Welcome back, everybody. We're going to do our usual and quick daily recap of the 10th of September on gold, Bitcoin, and EuroDollar as usual. We're going to start today with Bitcoin because it's on the home page. So we were in this order block being created in the last few days, in last week. As you can see, we were expecting from the morning a revisit and a bounce at 45,750. I wasn't expecting a continuation down, as you can see, creating a bearish trend. I was expecting either revisiting these previous highs of the order block and then rejecting, or continuation up, or very, very straight move downward. But as you can see, we got the move, we got the retest, we got rejected at the key level, the PPL 46,500, and then we went below. But as you can see, we are still respecting until now the lows of the order block. As you can see here, we are still in this order block. We haven't not yet didn't get any intraday closures below yet. And you can see also this hourly candle is closing with a rejection. Let's jump on the 1 minute chart. As you can see, from the morning, pre-London, we were reacting and being rejected at 46,750, creating then a bearish trend with a break, retest of the previous lows, break and retest of the PPL, more clear here during London, after London Open, exactly here, making the top wick and then continuation down, PPL, another safer entry here, PPL to PPL. Then we got some rejection, but still failing to make new highs and break above this previous lower high. And then you see another break and retest of the PPL and going very, very hard bearish. Giving you here, as you can see, all started with this entry, this high risk high reward, and the same medium risk at the break and retest of this previous leg, which is still high risk high reward entry, medium risk entry, safer entry, safest entry. This one is the safest because of the further confirmation of price failing to break above this previous PSA. Then we see some price ranging between these previous lows and the PPLs, creating a double bottom here, 1 and 2, double at 45,750, which was the level here, 45,750, here exactly. And we see a reversal into a bullish trend with a break and retest, but still a reaction in these previous highs, pullback failing to close below, another reaction, and then a failure for the time being to break above these previous highs. There you go. We go back into a range. Yeah. And we go back into the range. As you can see, price is failing to break below the PPL. Tries again and still has a reaction on these previous highs and has a little peak above, but getting very, very hard rejected from this previous this PPL and key level 46,500. Then you see very strong rejection, 50 pips in a few minutes, break and retest, again reaction of PPL, break and retest of the other PPL, and then again making a bearish move, still as you can see reacting not in black, still reacting at this previous PSA, double bottom again, much short-lived bullish move. Then again here. I don't know what happened here, but under 50 pips moves in a matter of seconds, and then identifying this continuation of the bearish trend, you can see very, very impulsive. You have a break and retest, again, even as impulsive as it gets, you have a break and retest of this previous PSA, as important as it was, and then continuation down, pull back to the PPL, continuation down to the last lows around 44,750, giving you a failed entry, entry, and there. Safer. Yeah. There you go. From there, you see that this very low level, 44 flat, almost 44 flat, the one that in the previous weeks was a strong support, was considered the last low. Your safer entry, and then traveling like 100 pips, much slower, and then ranging, reacting at these previous lows, reacting at these previous highs here. And then now, just now, in the last few minutes, with price failing to make new highs, there is a rejection on the downside. There you go. As you can see, this is Bitcoin on the, we go on the weekly time frame. You can see how this weekly candle engulfed 1, 2, 3, almost 4 other candles, and we reached the 44 flat, which was, as you can see, this was the 47 area. We traveled and we closed below. We retested it multiple times, and now we are at the 44 area. Okay. So this is Bitcoin. Now we jump on gold. As you can see from the morning, we are still in this order block as expected. I was expecting from the morning. Yeah, I still was expecting a retest of this PSA. We fell short because we only got to 18.4. We reacted at these previous weeks and we got a deeper rejection. Dollar strength, as you can see on all the USD pairs, as well also on the, as we just saw on Bitcoin, and I think we probably will see it as well on EuroDollar. Let's jump on the 1 minute. As you can see here, very strong bearish move. Let's start here from the pre-London Asian session. Very nice price action here. I want to chart it because I already know how it is. We have a reaction, and then we have a nice bullish action with several entry point. Break and retest. Break and retest. Break and retest. And then continuation up into a new high. I like the retest of this previous PSA here, this previous PSA here, this previous, the high risk high reward was here. Now that we are zooming out, is not really clear, but okay. And then you see this one, then you see price gets a pullback, creates a pullback, a retest, continuation down for like 30 pips. Then in London, there's a break and retest, failing to break these new highs, giving you a rejection. Price still reacting at these previous lows, so still ranging, as you can see even here. Try again, failing to make new highs. And then it starts a very strong bearish move. As you can see here, retesting again the key level and initiating a very bearish corrective phase. Of course, now it's not, don't have yet the confirmation unless you take very good entry. And here we have a sort of retest. More of this, you have a order block being created here. And then very strong bearish action reacting at 1795 on the dot. And then even breaking below with a break and retest for a quick scalp if you miss the move here. Let me just make sure that we had some nice entry. Sort of not the cleanest. We had some retest here of this previous low and some retest here. Now you have the all clean range on the downside. You have some reaction at this PSA on the left, and then the break below the key level. Then you see the move that many people took advantage of in pre-New York, break and retest of 1795, break, retest of 1797 PSA. Now this is 97 PSA, failing to break below, creating a flat candle support, and then getting to 18.0 with a strong rejection. Risk reward entry. actually, I will say medium risk entry. The high risk reward entry is the one that here we took G1 above this previous order block, then above this one, and above this one. Okay, as you can see. There you go. And then you see, if you zoom out, you see where price is reacting, why this price point, and is exactly here. This PSA on the left hand side. Of course, it's not on the dot, but you get the point. And also there was this PPI report. From there, you see short-term bearish move. You see that here you have a nice New York Stock Exchange open, making a top wick, and then a very quick scalp, 30-50 pips on the downside that I called, that I was expecting. I didn't take it because I was not trading, but as you can see, then apart from that, we were in a ranging consolidation period, reacting at these previous lows, 1797. This was a very strong 26, very strong price sensitivity area and resistance. And from there, we saw a slow but steady bearish trend. As you can see here, now we chart it, you already can see it, that you got at least a couple entries. Okay. Here, you have a couple entries at the reaction of the previous price points. Here, done, break and retest, exactly on the dot. Here again, you have the failure to make new highs. So, of course, now you have high risk high reward entry below the key level. Medium risk entry. And there you go. This was, of course, very scalp. Okay, this is it for gold. And we're going now to do our last pair, which is, of course, EuroDollar. As you can see as well, the same pattern of the order block in the last few days. And then a breakup, and then continuation down. Let's go on the 1 minute. As you can see the reaction here. I should have 1850. Okay. Very good. And 133. Should have it right. Very good. Okay, and let's jump on EuroDollar. As you can see, starting from pre-Eurozone open, the price approaching the PSA very slowly. As you can see, the aggressive bearish move is here, is slowing down, very strong, very medium strong, and then you see you start going sideways, sign of the buyers jumping in, not aggressively, but being present in this move. we have another block being created, a break and retest of the key level slash PSA for high risk, high reward entry, safer medium risk entry, safer entry, even safer entry, then reaction, taking partials and reaction at the key level, failing to make new lows, still bullish and reacting and making new highs until we then make new highs here. You have then here the safer entry, okay, and this one is entry above the key level as expected, as called by the from the morning analysis. Then you see a double top being created, multiple failure to make new highs, failure to break and make new higher highs. And then you see a start and shift in the sentiment, in the bias. Here, break and retest of this level, break and retest of this level, here, here. And then continuation now, reaction and this previous PSA on the left hand side. As you can see, we are still reacting to these previous lows here. Okay, there you go. Then you see a sort of break and retest again, break and a retest for another quick scalp. If you are looking for quick 4 to 5 to 6 pips scalps in and out of the market. There you go. Again, reacting at this PSA, showing you a shift in market structure, faded with a reaction with previous highs, a new higher low, slowly traveling above the PSA, still reacting at this previous reacting at this previous highs on the left hand side. There you go. So due to it's not that clear, I'm not here to rush any buys and any buy bias. As you can see, another reaction. There you go. It's another reaction and the PSA, very strong rejection. Then another attempt, double top being created. Break and retest, a failure to break above the key level. Giving very impulsive 8 pips moves, retest this previous PSA, very aggressive as well, here, and then continuation down. You see this PSA is holding still and starting to range in the middle of this, between the key level and the PSA. Here, another bounce, and then you have a weird high risk high reward entry, but a much safer break and retest. We are still conscious about these previous PSA on the left hand side. As you can see, this is where we react, but break and retest of the PSA giving you a nice bearish push. There you go. And from there, we start just ranging and consolidating. When much lower volume is in the market, and also remember it's a Friday, so not expecting any other big move happening in the market. So here, did I forget anything? Entry. There you go. I could also point out this one, but it's much riskier. So this is it for EuroDollar as well, and this is it for today and this week.